Can Clark Kent ever hope to save Metropolis from the brand new parasite threat? Not if he can't save himself first. All this and more on the pages of Superman issue number 3. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, this brand new parasite threat has only evolved and gotten worse as time went on. If you thought Parasite dividing into smaller parasites was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Now they're dividing into such tiny little parasites they can fly into your airway and turn you into a parasite from the inside out. Not even Superman is immune to this effect, and as we hop back on in with the story, Parasite Superman comes all the way to Stryker's Island, and you think he's about to kill Lex Luthor before we realize that Superman has just narrowly been able to stay in control of his own mind and body. Furthermore, Superman isn't here just for Lex Luthor, he's here for someone else. He's here for Livewire. Yes, that's right, she just wasn't here for a fun joke. She's all part of Superman's big last-ditch effort to try and save the city, but in order to do that, he's also going to have to get Lex back to Supercorp. You see, the big plan is to try and get all the parasites into one place by giving them a massive energy meal that they can't possibly turn down, that of course being Livewire herself. Granted, she becomes bait under more than just a little bit of duress, but Superman vows that Luthor better not hurt her or else he's going to be sorry. The plan ends up paying off dividends as parasites from all over the city begin to converge at the new Supercorp building, including the little tiny ones that have been infecting people. Superman has also donned a brand new airtight suit in hopes of making sure that he doesn't get infected again. With all of the other parasites busy, the next phase of the plan becomes finding Rudy Jones, the original parasite. Apparently this is vampire movie rules, and if you want to stop the rampaging smaller parasites, you gotta deal with the original. Rudy is in the crowd too, trying to claim the Livewire energy for himself, but Superman stops him along his way and gives him just a little bit of his own superpower. It's perhaps a good thing that as a criminal and a supervillain, Rudy has always been a shit kicker who has forever aimed way too low in life, because Superman is very quickly able to turn the original parasite to his cause by saying that he could stay and fight Superman, he could try and drink all of his power, or he could go after these smaller, weaker parasites and eat all of them up, becoming fuller than he ever has been before. And you know what? That's exactly what Rudy does. Man, you know, I can't think of the last time a supervillain actively solved the problem for the hero. Luthor does his part to injecting Parasite with a nullifying agent, meaning that these brand new powers that were given to him by excess radiation are short-lived. Kind of a shame, honestly, because I was genuinely loving the new supercharged Parasite and his new powers. Oh well, c'est la vie. With the Parasite threat ended, all of Metropolis is thankfully able to return back to normal thanks to the hard work of Superman and Supercorp. And because we're currently back in a status quo where Clark has to protect his secret identity again, they have an oh-so-classic Superman joke wherein Clark says, "Hey, what did I miss? I locked myself in the bathroom, whackity-schmackity-doo." Him and Lois lovingly reunite, and Superman even fills Lois in on meeting Marilyn Moonlight, that brand new superhero, who has apparently been defending Metropolis by night while he was away. Lois also gives her 2 cents on everything that's been happening with Lex Luthor, him trying to act as the devil on Superman's shoulder and giving him a whole company to run, knowing that it would basically back the Man of Steel into an unwinnable situation, and Lois admits she doesn't have a good answer for this. Well, you should take the job. Well, you shouldn't take the job. Well, don't take it if you think it's what Luthor wants you to do, but don't not take it if Luthor thinks you already thought that. Man, sometimes Superman really is just tiring round after round of 3-dimensional chess, am I right? Ultimately, Superman does decide to pay a visit to Luthor in prison to thank him for the part he played in saving the city from the parasite threats. Luthor also gives Superman a warning that this is not the last he's seen of the secret society of mad scientists. They'll be gunning for him now, and they're just the tip of a much bigger and worse iceberg, and the only way that Metropolis is going to weather this storm if Superman and Lex Luthor are willing to work together. And you know what? Superman begrudgingly agrees, but only if Luthor is willing to work with him on Superman's own terms. In fact, to really underline this brand new partnership, Superman even gives Lex his own Superman watch, you know, like the one Jimmy wears to call for help. Superman's best pal Lex Luthor, now there's a book right there. As the comic comes to an end too, we check back on in with Dr. Farm and the other mad scientists. Their parasite plan may have fallen through, but they're not done re-empowering old Superman foes. In fact, they already have their sights on their next great test subject, Silver Banshee, another foe who we haven't seen in a very long time, but if you want to see what happens next, you're going to have to read the next issue. And so that was Superman issue number 3, everybody, and overall I thought this was a really strong finale to Joshua Williamson's debut Superman arc. Yeah, you know, when Superman is good, there's just nothing quite like it. This series brings a lot of old, a lot of new, and overall just feels like the literary equivalent of slipping on a very comfortable pair of shoes. I love the idea of remixing and re-empowering old Superman foes. It feels like it's been a really long time since Superman has had a rogues gallery that wasn't just Lex. I like the idea of Superman running his own company even though he doesn't really want to, but at the same time he realizes that there's a lot of good that could be done from it. Hell, I even like the idea of an imprisoned Lex Luthor being Hannibal to Superman's Clarice. This issue especially puts a fun little twist on this brand new relationship. Lex thought that he could be the devil on Superman's shoulder, willing to corrupt him, and yet Superman basically flipped the entire script on him, and now Lex was doing good and helping people. I hope we see Williamson play more with that idea as the series goes on. Man, I never thought we would be in an era again where an Action Comics would be good and Superman would be good simultaneously. Overall, I'd feel comfortable giving this one a very positive 8 out of 10, and if you've been trade waiting, definitely pick this one up. It's only 3 issues in, and I don't think you'll be disappointed at all.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest. That's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, you know, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.